All the way back, so long, all the way back to the 1990s for our 20 towns in 20 days. And this week we're in Montville today.
Yes, we are. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Leslie Gooden is joining us live at the famous Herb's Deli. How's it going, Leslie?
We are having such a great time here at Herb's Country Store, which is open 7 days a week. And earlier, I was able to sit down and speak with two famous people from Montville about what it was like growing up in the 90s.
A lot of things to do, not a lot of activities, so you spend a lot of time with your friends, a lot of time with each other, and I loved it.
Lou and Joe Rogolski are identical twins who both graduated high school in 1991. But in order to have their own identities, their grandfather allowed them to go to different schools. Lou going to Montville High and Joe going to Grosso Tech in Groton.
When I went to Grosso Tech, they didn't have a band, and I was in band with Lewis in Murphy High School, and Murphy Junior High. So the band director there, a guy named Shane Winters, fantastic guy, allowed me, even though I didn't go to Montville High, to participate at all the football games. I was on the sidelines. I was like the lackey, the guy who carried the drums out, the roadie. During the parades, they didn't have to do that for me, and they did.
The two say that despite not being at the same school, they did extracurricular activities and hung out together. And of course, rocked the latest fashions and hairstyles, including these mullets.
Yeah, it was such a roller coaster, right? Because you could, rap was really just for us, was just coming on. So there were times where you're, with hip hop music, you're wearing Z Cavariccis, or you're listening to John Cougar Mellencamp and Levi's.
I was a little bit more of, grunge music, flannel shirts, a lot of Metallica, We're the same, but we're very different in certain aspects of our lives.
The two share some of their fondest memories, includes their first jobs here at Montville Florist.
So we were probably 15, barely, and it was at the Montville Florist, which was owned by the McDonald family, another fantastic family in Montville. And we used to just be runners. There'd be a guy driving who would pull up to the house, and we'd get the flowers out, run up to the door, knock on the door, and deliver the flowers.
When asked what has changed from life in the 90s to now, and what advice they have for current high schoolers, they said this.
There are jobs out there that don't exist yet, right? So you're going to school, you're trying to find your way. I think the trick is to find out what you really love, and then figure out how to make money at that. If you're going to go chase the money your whole life, it's not chasing happiness.
And coming up at 5:30, Lou is going to take us back to one of his favorite hangout spots, and it's still around today, and you can find it in every town, and they're known for their Big Macs. Live in Montville, Leslie Gooden, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.